Hi everyone, I greet you by your time. Today, I want to be talking on a topic: don't accept their problems. In life today, people are perturbed, people are worried, people are challenged, people are troubled by the issues of other people. So what happens is that a man is worried, bothered, disturbed by the issue or problems of other people. And what do I mean? I don't mean that, let's say your brother is sick and then you are not feeling bothered about it or you are not disturbed about it. That's not what I'm talking about. Now, let me give you an example that will explain exactly what I'm trying to talk about. So, there are situations where people find themselves interacting with other people, and then sometimes you are at that very point where you should try to speak to your fellow man. You need to intervene to correct a wrong impression or a wrong action or a wrong speech by your fellow man. And then the reaction of that person eventually will almost become a problem to you. Well, it always happens, and I'm saying that it should not be so. Why? Because let's say I'm wrong in a particular matter or in a particular way or in my speech, and then as a person, let's say a close person that you are to me, you approach me to give me correction on what I've said or what I've done, but I now reply in such a manner that will now make you begin to think within yourself if actually what you're doing is good, or you begin to question yourself whether you are on the right track or not. You begin to feel like you have a problem, because it now puts you in a position whereby you begin to question whether your intervening was supposed to happen or not. It will now make you begin to feel whether are you actually supposed to talk or you are just being a busybody. You see, all these kind of hurtful thoughts about yourself can actually begin to trouble you, and this is not supposed to be so. Why? Because of my mentality, of my own problem. You see people doing certain things that are wrong, everybody is feeling bitter about it, and sometimes people may not want to confront it. But being an open-minded person, you approach somebody to say this thing you did is wrong, or this thing you said is wrong, and then the person's reaction comes like, what is your problem? Why can't you mind your business? Are you the only one in this group? Or are you the only one that knows how to talk? Can you stop being a busybody? All these kind of statements that will now make you begin to think within yourself if something is wrong with you. Well, something is not wrong with you, but rather something is wrong with that person. Because many times we have different backgrounds, and these backgrounds plays a lot in the way people reason. And then when we come in a social sense, you discover that their attitudes, their ways will not really match or meet the timing of the environment. Yes, because we seek to grow, and I should appreciate you if you will be that open enough to tell me that, okay, I have a lapse, just to help me or correct me, to see how I can match up and then fit in the society that I belong. But if my reactions become different, then that becomes my problem and not yours. So my reaction is not supposed to push you into thinking that something is wrong with you. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This manifests in so many ways. Just take, for example, again, you find out that, okay, a neighbor within your neighborhood is having some kind of challenge, and then certain people are human enough to say, okay, I think I have enough of clothes, or I have enough of food stuff, okay, I have enough of cash, so let me just felicitate, stretch an arm of assistance to my fellow human being, a neighbor close to me. But do you know the reaction that certain people have gotten trying to help some people who are having challenges? The reaction from these people that are to be helped will just make this good and nice person to almost feel like he is the worst person on earth. So let me just say it this way. Just imagine this. If I were to be your neighbor, we greet, we sit, we discuss, even not too close as close friends, but you now got to understand that, okay, I'm having maybe a financial challenge, and then you felt, okay, since we are close, you really want to give an assistance, and then let's say one of the times you just decide to visit me and say, okay, I only come to visit you, and maybe after a short while you are going, and then you now dip your hand in your pocket, and then you now bring out an amount of cash to say, okay, you can keep this for yourself. Then I will now react like, what is the meaning of this one? What do you mean? Are you trying to tell me that I don't have money, or what? Do I look like a beggar? What's your problem? What's the meaning of this insult? Now look at that kind of a reaction from somebody that is actually in need of money, and then here is somebody, nice person, trying to help. And this kind of reaction is coming from somebody that you wanted to help. You can go throughout that week thinking that something is seriously wrong with you. And that's what I'm talking about. That person that is acting this way is having a problem, and that problem is transferred to you if you are not guarded, and then you can begin to bear certain burden in your heart, simply because some other person is not being reasonable. And that is supposed to be that person's challenge and not yours. So sometimes you just need to understand people and then place them in the class that they belong. That is just my take. There are a lot of these things playing around within us, and sometimes we are moody. We transfer aggression to sometimes our brothers, our sisters, sometimes our spouses, our wives, our children, simply because somebody have hurt our feelings from outside that is not actually our problem. Something that is their own problem. So if you think I need help and I don't really need that help, I can say, oh no, brother, thank you, I'm okay. That should end it. Yes, if I really am reasonable, I should feel okay. You are just being humane, trying to help. And it should be that, okay, I don't really need the help, so thank you for trying to help. But no, certain people now go with this kind of reaction like, what do you mean? Do I look like a beggar to you? Have I complained to you that I need more? You know, some of those kind of hurtful statements. Who has been bringing gossips to you? You know, so many things. Or you are trying to correct somebody, either in what he has said or done, and then the reaction you get becomes something that you begin to wish you had never heard of. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Certain people are not reasonable, and it is good and best for you that you know them, so that when certain things arise, you will know which one is supposed to be your problem to worry over, and not to begin to worry yourself or to bother yourself over other people's issue. If I were to be the one, let's say somebody is wrong and I'm trying to give a correction to that person, and that person is acting this kind of way, well, some other person will still tell you, that's going to be my thought. You don't want to hear it from me? Okay, no problem. Some other person is still going to tell you, because there might be a lot of people, which most time it always is like that have this understanding that this person is wrong in this way, and they are not saying it. And they are going to be dealing with that person based on how wrong he is. So if somebody is a good debtor, he doesn't pay his debts, you discover that lots of people are aware of this and they don't want to loan him any dime. But not everybody will want to come to say, oh, it is because of this, that's why I don't want to lend to you. No. But he's going to be suffering it. And then here is somebody that feels like, oh, let me correct this thing so that this person can be free, because it is the person's problem. And then the reaction is just a kind of boomerang, you know, bringing back their problem to you. So you are now the one that want to begin to worry because of these other people's problem that you are only trying to correct. So this is my take on some of these issues. Don't bother yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't worry yourself. Don't disturb yourself. Don't perturb yourself over other people's issue. This is Social Peace Channel, right place to get just the right dose for your social challenges. If this is the first video you're watching on my channel, please like my videos, comment, share them, and also subscribe to my channel so that we can bring these informations to people who need them out there. Here on Social Peace Channel, I remain your chief host, Great Chinwondo. Thanks for coming. Bye.